Bonchon was my first franchise ever.
In fact, that was our plan, one of the options to raise cash because we are expanding very fast. So
Industry, most especially franchisee is good. Since there is a franchisee who will guide us.
Pag once the construction or the store is running, everything will come into place. Maybe later on you will encounter problems when it comes to the supplies. Where do you get the supply?
Okay.
Well, Bonchon was my first franchise ever. Before that, I wasn't even in the food industry. I was working actually as an investment banker in the United States, and then went back here and worked for my dad in the garment industry. So totally different from what I'm doing right now. But background-wise, I love to eat. I love to cook. So Bonchon to me was one of my favorite restaurants, the go-to restaurant when I used to go to visit New York. So after 2 years living back here in the Philippines, I decided, hey, I wanted to put up something. I had no idea what I was doing, but that's why franchising was pretty much one of the way to go, because at least I have help in the head office store. So I inquired with Bonchon in Korea. After a lot of negotiation and interviews, they gave us the master franchise for Philippines. And that's when they started helping us more of the cooking, the technique, operational procedures in the kitchen and the dining room. But the difference was I had to tweak it here in the Philippines because not everything that works abroad will work here in the Philippines. Like Bonchon in New York was a bar restaurant,
yes.
so it was a casual dining with a sports bar theme to it.
Okay.
So I thought it might not work in the Philippines because it won't be able to expand as much if it was a bar. So they gave me the go signal and I tweaked it and made it into a fast casual dining. So half fast food, half casual dining. So, and that helped a lot, and that opened the windows for all leaps of types of people to try our food, from kids, grandmothers. They all loved it, and I was actually really happy because my goal was bringing Bonchon here so that everyone can try it.
Yeah, I can try.
Because it's my favorite, and I'm sure everyone would like it.
So you just
Our companies, we embrace innovation.
Yes.
From us, actually, we pretty much innovated 80 to 90% of the menu here in the Philippines. In New York or any other country, it's only the chicken that was taught to us. So because of that, we needed to innovate, to introduce new menus besides the chicken, and that's where everything else came in. The chapche, the salads, the bulgogi, everything was made here in the
So
Philippines.
when you met with the owner Jinduxa, he only gave you the chicken recipes for the two chicken
Correct,
recipes,
because
right?
those are the only thing they're
Okay.
actually serving. That's what they're known for. Everything, like I said, it was only 2 pieces of fried chicken, the wings and the drumstick.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay,
that's the only thing they serve in the United States.
Okay.
So bringing it here, I decided, hey, let's use the whole chicken. It's
Yeah.
the thigh part and the breast part. And it turned out actually even better than if you were just serving
Yeah,
the drumstick.
but the chops, the chops is one of the innovations that you put for your brand.
Correct.
Yes.
The chops and the thigh.
But how did that come to be? Like the chops, like
We needed to use all parts of the chicken to be
yeah.
more efficient, to be in terms of pricing would be better.
Yes.
So I had to develop a type of, I had to use thigh part, and then
Yes.
the chop part, I can't use the whole thigh, so I had to trim it down so that it's, easy to eat.
it's easier
Rather
to
than,
eat, because it has no bone in
Yep.
it. Okay. So the areas of innovation that you're welcome to from your partners is
It's as how the owners of Bonchon to us, we wanted to also show,
Okay.
practice innovation to our partners. So it's not like we just give them liberty to do whatever they want.
Yes,
It's
yes,
more
yes.
of a collaboration between all our franchisee and us. because even we're all in one country, every city is different.
Yes.
There's a specialty in CDO. There's a specialty in Cebu. But we coordinate together in terms of what would do well, and we use our expertise because we have a whole department dedicated just for food development.
Yes.
So we collaborate a certain dish that would fit well in say a certain franchisee, and we start developing a food there, like probably a different flavor, a dessert that's only you can find in a certain city. Yes, so to be short,
slowly done that.
we've slowly done that, and if it clicks, say in that city, there's no stopping us from opening it all
To
throughout.
all throughout.
Exactly,
Okay.
because who knows?
Who knows? No, there's always innovation is always such.
Well, I want to, or I wish we're opening more new stores. We're hitting,
We're 99.
we're 99 exactly. My target is in next 2-3 years we'll reach 200.
Yay.
So,
Okay.
other wish list would be, of course, better people, more efficient running stores, more profitability, more fans. Because recently we did a study, an
Yes.
FGD study, and we found out that amongst millennials and amongst the whole millennials of Manila,
Yeah.
30% only knows about Lechon.
Yes, that's
So
true.
we have another 70% that
Untapped.
untapped. So
Yes.
we want to tap that. We want 100% of Philippines to know who Bonchon is.
Yes, that's true.
Because if you know it, there's more chance of you trying it.
That's true.
So that's my goal. That's my wish
To
list.
introduce yourself to the rest of the 70%.
Exactly.
Of you.
Of course, I want it to sustain.
It's just-
I
okay.
want it to live forever.
Live
It's something that I
forever.
want to pass on to my future sons, daughters, and
Okay.
it's something that I want to have a heritage on.
Yes.
So in order to achieve that, I need to make sure that the structure is solid.
Yes, that is
So that no matter who handles it in the future, there's going to be longevity, and that it's going to be around in the next
Yeah.
century and the next
Yeah.
decades.
That's
So
true.
that is what I see and what I want for a Bonchon. So in order to do that, I need to keep innovating. I need to keep improving, adding new food, because innovation is not just about food. It's also about the process, the systems. Those
Yes,
are all
yes.
innovation. Anything that makes it better and efficient.
Yeah.
So, and in terms of designs, of course, always updating it. What else? Yes.
Better people, better,
Better
training.
people, better training,
Yes.
better marketing.
Most especially our workers who goes there in Manila for seminars, and most especially also the owner. It needs only a dedication and money also. If you have money, then invest. Mangkaw Supermarket started not overnight. It's a lot of sacrifices, tears, and value of money. We really had to say the prayers every time we end our stores. Every time we pray, we always ask the blessings and thanks. We entered to franchises business like Tirisville and recently Bonchon. It's because my daughter and my eldest granddaughter asked me to enter food business. We found out that I think it's better also to invest rather than putting it in the bank, which is very small amount of interest. And with the initiative, the eagerness, and the patience, lot of patience and value of money, and I think food business like franchise is better, especially those who are interested and those who are young ones who are very eager to invest. If you have money, go on. Try your luck, because there is very big opportunity, especially now is franchising is evolved now. Most especially those who are young people, energetic. The most I could advise is dedication, sacrifices, and never forget to pray to the Lord, to thank the Lord for all the blessings, and all will get well, I think.
Okay, problem. Well, in operations-wise, procedures, everything, I see no problem because it's already structured. It's more of the startup, especially on construction. Well, you cannot just give it to your kids to handle it. So, like me, for example, I run Mitsubishi Motors. I'm the general manager, and then I get calls in the evening, early morning, my children and my wife telling me that things like this are not being made on time or done on time. So it's more of you need to be hands-on. So that's why they call daddy, not mommy. Diba? So, well, on my part, it's more of the balancing act. I'm more of the I would say the one directing traffic. So if people starts to get stressed out, I tell them chill. So problems, not really a problem for me. Kumbaga, once the construction or the store is running, everything will come into place. Maybe later on you will encounter problems when it comes to the supplies. Where do you get the supplies? It's more of the raw materials acquisition. Of course, we have to provide fresh produce or fresh meat, fresh chicken. Everything should be fresh. So people, your customers will keep on coming back to you. So, like for food, at a very early age, we used to have a restaurant back home in Cebu. We call it Sinugba. And then we had branches in Manila and Cebu. So more or less, I would say it's there. And then the important thing there is your food must be fresh and make your customers happy. Provide good service. So problems, di naman talaga mawawala yan. It's there. It's more of how you cope up. It's how you answer to provide solutions. Well, basically, my exposure in terms of business would be, used to be a pharmaceutical agent. And then afterwards, I joined Colgate-Palmolive. And then, of course, when I got married, I was operations manager for the family business of my wife, Mangkao Supermarket. And presently, I'm the general manager for parts and service of a car dealership, authorized dealer of Mitsubishi Motors Philippines, that is Fast Auto World Philippines Corporate, based in Manila. So more or less, to compare it with the franchise, I would say the only common factor here is it's service oriented, meaning you have to make people happy, provide good food, provide good service. So I would say not much of a difference. Being a franchisee, at least you should be more of a people oriented type of that. So basically we are serving the Butuan market. We're trying our best to introduce good food to Butuan, to expose the people of Butuan to the different tastes of food. Food is a basic thing for people. So at the same time, we enjoy eating. So my vision here is to showcase to Butuan the different food preparations, the different tastes, and then at the same time, of course, to make the company grow. So definitely we'll be looking into different available franchise in the market, and then choose probably the best ones in the market today, and bring and offer it to Butuan. I decided to go into franchise because in a franchise everything is being structured. Well, of course, it would be easier since you have already the business model. So it's more of how you implement and how you sustain the business. Well, having a family business, of course, our children, my children, they're not really yet exposed to the different, or shall I say, working for other people or running a business on their own. So to better start them off, we choose a franchise with everything, like from the kitchen operation, from the dining operations, down to the nitty-gritty of things. It's all structured, or shall I say, parang nakakahon na yan eh. So it's more of looking at it and studying it and make it run as efficient as possible, rather than you start everything from scrap. So it would be much harder, and I would say it would be harder for people to run it if they are not really that experienced yet. It would be something that especially if for a family to get into business, at least everybody is comfortable with the business. So like for us, the family loves to eat. So, and they already are exposed to so many restaurants. They have their own preferences. So more or less the passion to run it is already there, because you already believe in your product. You believe already on the franchise that you got. So, like my eldest, she's into so many things, and then she finds it comfortable running a franchise like Bonchon. For my second kid, Andre, well, when he was still a kid, there were only 2 TV programs he wanted to watch. It was MTV and Iron Chef America. So the inclination was already there. So that's why he's running Jerry's.
Sometimes in 2001, I was invited by the owner, Mr. Jerry Apolinario, to join the company because he planned to professionalize the management of the restaurant. I came from finance. My background is finance, so my entry level company was finance director.
Okay. So this was in 2001, sir?
Yeah.
Okay. Were you part of the process, sir, to make Jerry's a franchise business?
Yes. In fact, that was our plan, one of the options to raise cash.
Okay.
Because we are expanding very fast, so to finance our expansion, we decided to go into franchise. It's a joint venture, but we consider that as a franchise already. That's Subic.
Subic was the very first one.
It's still in Luzon.
It's still in Luzon.
We are expanding in Mindanao and Visayas, but the chunk of our
Franchise
stores are
business is really in Luzon.
Well, every business is measured by ROI,
Okay.
return on investment. So the faster the return on investment, the better. So that's how we measure success. Well, it is always dependent on location.
Allocation, okay.
But the idea is between 3 to 5 years.
3 to 5 years.
We welcome suggestions
Okay.
because innovation is part of our DNA.
Okay.
But every things that we want to change will be approved by head office.
Okay.
It should be uniform to everyone. Every aspect of
Every aspect. Okay.
ambience,
Okay.
food, recipe,
Has this been an experience, sir, that the franchisee suggested like a recipe change
Yeah.
or a suggestion?
In fact, we welcome regional menu.
Original menus,
Yeah.
okay.
So-
okay.
If the raw materials is available in that particular area but it's not available in Luzon,
Mhm.
we develop a recipe for that raw materials.
Okay, so is there an example, sir, a very specific example for Jerry's?
I think in Davao we have this shell. I forgot the name. It's
Yeah.
Imbao.
Okay, so it's just in Davao.
Yeah, because
It's just served just in
that is
Davao.
only available in
In
Davao.
Davao, okay.
And here in Luzon we have the shell in we have one here in Luzon that is not available
No,
also
no,
in Mindanao.
okay, so it's usually the case is that where the area is. Okay, and so the standard basically is going to be set by the head office.
Yeah.
the R&D.
I think it's more on communication.
Okay.
You have to communicate properly what's in the content of the franchise agreement to the franchisee.
Yes.
Because if it's clear to them, I think it will be there will be no problem. But if there will be some misinterpretation of the franchise agreement, then that starts the
The
conflict.
rift, okay. But how about the franchisees that you've had like for a much longer time? Are there any challenges that you see is there a challenge to, I mean, communication-wise? I mean, if it's communicating it to the new franchisees, how about the old franchisees? Like, how is there a challenge there?
Not much because they already know our system,
The
so
system is okay.
not much more problem.
Okay, so usually you just the problems that arise is based on just communicating properly, sir. So that's just how. Okay.
Now, for my youngest daughter, I really don't know yet if she's really into getting a franchise. She's a lot different. She wants to start something on her own. But anyway, having two franchises running, maybe she's already exposed, and then maybe she's already built up that confidence to run her own restaurant or do her own thing. Well, it's a work in progress. So, para sa akin, it's more of the passion of what you do, what you like doing.